Who's ready to paint some trees? What's up friends, Liron here. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today we're gonna do a really fun, cool, easygoing exercise in watercolor. We're gonna focus on creating greens or foliage kind of related colors by mixing different yellows and blues and even a bit of red. Now the thing is that we're gonna let the paints mix on paper, and this is the fun part of this exercise. So basically you take some of the blue, put it on the paper, take some of the yellow, put it on the paper, let it all mix together. Then you get some cool wet and wet action going on. We're gonna look at combinations of cool and cool colors, cool and warm colors. It's just gonna be really fun. So without further ado, let's get to the exercise. So the first step is to sketch out the trees, their shape, and to do this I just searched Google for trees, and the goal for me was to just find a few, maybe 4 or 5 or 6 that have kind of a different shape, just to get a bit of a variety. You don't want to do the same thing over and over sometimes, just to have it more interesting and fun for yourself. So I really tried gathering many different looking trees, and from their sort of look I can guess or extrapolate or just creatively decide on what I want the colors to be. Okay, so we have long trees, we have tall, short, we have some that spread to the sides, we have all sorts of different kinds. I'm not going to go too much into the drawing or sketching part, but I do want to mention that I recommend something simple like trees, or something that gives you a lot of freedom to play around with this. Okay, so trees is just a perfect subject for that. Now I'm just starting out with the first combination, so French ultramarine and new gamboge. Just wanted to show you what it looks like on paper, and I'm just really putting it freely, starting with the gamboge, just assuming that light comes from the top, and I'm not giving too much importance to the shading here, but I do, just to make it easier, start at the top with lighter mixes and then slowly go darker and darker. The tree trunk will be even darker than that. Okay, so now it's still wet, and I'm just gonna put in some more colors into it that I mixed to be a little darker, and you'll notice just a beautiful mixture, and you can feel the sort of dim muted green of this tree, and it's really just yellow and blue. This is what's so fun about this one. You know, you can just produce anything with if you have 2 colors, you can just get all sorts of varieties. So now the phthalo blue and Hansa yellow. So the previous one was a warm and warm mix. This one is cool and cool. The phthalo blue is a cool blue. The Hansa yellow medium is a cool yellow. So you can already see it feels much more vibrant and more like a marker. This is the first thing that comes to my mind when I look at it. And notice how I'm not trying to go over the lines of the sketch like really accurately. I'm just really trying to be loose and free here. Trying to get a little more of the darks. Could have gone darker, but this is as dark as this one gets. Now we have the Pyrrole Scarlet and the new gamboge. So this is another warm and warm combination. Not really green, this is an orange one, but just still it's nice to convey the feeling of foliage, you know, of trees and bushes. And notice how the red here, the Pyrrole Scarlet, is really dominant and just beautiful. I just love that. This is one of my favorite color combinations in general, so just so you know. I love the fact that the red is in there, in the center, strong. Like a really beautiful and fun way to mix them. Next we have a cool and warm mix. So we have the phthalo blue and the Pyrrole Scarlet, which is really interesting. And of course, colors, you know, they vary on the scale. So Pyrrole Scarlet will be warm when compared to another color, but may be cooler than others. The result is very interesting, and I knew, of course, that it won't provide me with a green, but I kind of wanted that mysterious grayish look that sort of has hints of red in it. I'm trying to get
fairly dark with the tree trunk here, so I'm using a lot of phthalo blue, because phthalo blue, it can become really dark, more than the pyrrole scarlet even though the pyrrole scarlet is really strong as well. And now for the final one, we have another warm and cool mix, so the French ultramarine and the Hansa yellow medium. We used both of them, but now we're just using them together. And this one's really interesting, and I think it's one I want to explore a little further. I just love the way they mix together. I have to say my favorite, because I'm a big warm colors fan, is the top left, the French ultramarine and New Gamboge, but this one is also really intriguing, I find. I could have gone a little darker with this one, but I felt that the result was pretty nice.
Friends, so just wanted to give you a real-time overview of the entire result. Really beautiful, and I think you can take quite a few things from such an exercise. So first, the very obvious one is what combinations can you create from using these very few specific paints. So you can see here we have a much more grayish, sort of deep kind of olive green thing here, and here we have a very shiny result. This one is just fantastic. I love this red with the New Gamboge. Here you can see how the values are so much darker than the rest. Here you also have this very strong beaming green, so this is really fun. So you get both the color combinations but also the values. You learn how you can achieve darker values, what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And it was really important for me to show you on separate scraped pieces of paper what it looks like before I actually go in and do it. And so I hope this was helpful, and the coolest part is that in the end you have this very beautiful study to look at. I love that. You can even sort of repackage it if you want to maybe try and sell it, make some money. You can repackage this thing as cards, as gift cards, as thank you notes, as anything you can think of. And it's really cute and beautiful and simple and fun. So this is something I like to do, and again, the key here is to let them mix on the paper. This is the fun part. You don't mix them in the palette. I didn't show you the palette even in the process, but here's the palette afterwards, and I didn't mix them here. I just put some blue, put it in, put some yellow, put it in, and just let it all mix on the paper. So anyway, this is it. Let's wrap up this video so I can show you my face again. Friends, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick, cute little exercise. I hope it helped you. I didn't really touch upon the drawing part. I just really went for it. Basically what I did was search Google for some pictures that looked cool, and I just tried to recreate the shape of the trees. It was more for my own creativity's sake, just to have a few ideas, a few templates to go with. If you feel like you need help with the drawing part, be sure to check out the link to my beginner's drawing course in the description box below. The painting is really the center of this exercise, and I just really enjoyed this one. So anyway, this is it. Time to wrap up. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat and Instagram, and also here on YouTube. Let's make this channel as big as possible. So thank you for your help, and I will see you again tomorrow.